everyone, One Big Boss here. As you can tell by the title of the video that you clicked on, we're talking Resident Evil, but more specifically, we're talking about Resident Evil Reverse. And the fact of it is, this game is actually good. And I mean real good, ladies and gentlemen. So, a lot of people were out there naysaying against Resident Evil Reverse, and I was one of them. I was not a fan of the idea of this game. I was not really happy with what Capcom had been doing in terms of not giving fans what they've wanted. And you can't blame a lot of us for being a little upset by decisions like this. This is something that happens a lot in the world of gaming, as I've talked about many times here on the channel. The fact that gaming companies think they know what's best for you. They don't actually listen to you, but the game itself has turned out to be a lot of fun. Now, the reason why I felt that this game wasn't gonna be good was because Resistance was not a game that people wanted, and it wasn't that great at first. Then people started playing it, it started getting some support from Capcom, and it ended up being a really good game. People really enjoyed it. But then, unfortunately, nothing else was done. The game was just left in the state that it's in. It was kind of abandoned, and a lot of people felt really hurt and betrayed. Understandable. So now, Reverse, a year later, is pretty much out, or over a year later, I think. Either way, you know, we're really at this point now where I am just like, oh my friggin' god, this is great. And I was one of the biggest naysayers of this game, saying it's not going to be that great. They might not put a lot of effort into it. I don't want to get hurt like I did having hope with Resistance, but this game, much like Resistance, has potential. And I think that year of delay that the game had was needed, because this game is fun, ladies and gentlemen. So let me break it down to you how Reverse works. It's player versus player, PvP, which are games that I'm not really fond of per se, but this, because it's Resident Evil characters, works out very well. And sometimes that happens with me, right? And I think it happens to a lot of other people too. When you get a franchise you like that goes into a genre that you never play, it might actually be a lot of fun. And one of the ones that I can attest this to is something like the Dynasty Warriors games, right? My buddies and I played the Dynasty Warriors games a lot when we were kids, but I was never really the biggest fan. I just enjoyed playing them with my friends. However, Hyrule Warriors came out, and that's literally Dynasty Warriors with Legend of Zelda characters, and I fucking love that game. It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. So when I look at this game and the potential it has, it's kind of through the roof. So let me start off by saying that, you know, you're going to have a bunch of people on screen, and I actually ran into somebody I knew from the Resident Evil community. I was kind of hoping to run into some other of the guys and everything, but, you know, it was kind of cool to see that. But you can customize the main characters that you have to play, and the characters that you can play as are Hunk, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Claire Redfield, Leon Kennedy, and Ada Wong. These are the characters that you can play as this, and they all have their strengths and weaknesses, and the charts actually show those weaknesses and strengths. It's actually really cool. And they all have certain abilities that aid them in battle. And it kind of started giving me vibes of Operation Raccoon City, because when you play, you know, ORC, you actually have characters that can go stealth, or they're good with demolition, and they have like special abilities. And that's what I was kind of getting off this. And I actually like that about Operation Raccoon City, was the fact that people had that when it came to the PvP stuff of that game. So, you know, I'm playing it and I'm just loving these characters. I first start off as playing as Hunk because he just, you know, he stands out. It's Hunk. How can you not play? Amazing. And his weaponry, his moves is like, you know, stabbing people like with that knife hand that he has. Fucking beautiful. It's so satisfying, right? And then I spent some time playing as Jill Valentine, and she's a lot of fun. She's got the hot dogger, it's called, that you know, high frequency fire knife that's really cool. She's got the samurai edge. And then I ended up playing a lot of Chris Redfield, and Chris is literally a tank in this. And his survival rate of being, like, when he transforms into a monster is absolutely incredible. Now, you're probably wondering what that is, right? Transforming into a monster. Well, when you die in this game, you die, but you get a second chance at life in some shape or form of a monster. A monster that it can either be the Molded, it can be Jack Baker, it can be the Hunter Gammas, it can be the Tyrant from RE2 with his limiter removed, and of course, the best one, the Nemesis. All these characters are playable, and it gives you a chance to counter against the people that killed you, which will earn you extra points, which is really, you know, really awesome. And honestly, the Nemesis has got a lot of tools, man. He is so fun to play as. You know, there was moves that I was doing with him, and I was taking out 3 to 4 people at once, and it was absolutely incredible. I loved it. And then obviously, you know, you can't stay as the monster forever because you have health, and monsters can't regenerate health. They can't pick up the herbs that are on the stage, only the humans can. So when they die, you get to go back to be the human that you were before. And I gotta tell you, that is really kind of awesome that you know, how they made all this work with Resident Evil characters. And, you know, as time goes on, more and more vials start showing up, the virus thing, which makes your character stronger. And the more vials you collect, you can only get 2 vials, you transform into the stronger BOWs, which is amazing. But your regular stuff is also kind of maxed out. Like, you can just drill people with machine guns and stuff, and it's call it a day, you know? And I love the action because I'm just seeing the possibilities, I mean, of me and the road team playing this all together and, like, you know, versus the world type scenario. It's just absolutely incredible. It really is at the end of the day. I truly love what they've done with this game and making me enjoy it. Someone who isn't a fan of PvP. Sometimes I feel like it gets a little bullshit with how the monsters attack and everything. It feels like you get stun locked a little too easy with monster stuff, but it can be a bit frustrating, I will admit. But if you're someone like, you know, like the molded that just have a self-destruct move, you get the chance to use it and take out everybody near you, you get points for that. It's not as good, but again, these are skills that you can update because every character and monster have skills that they can use. So there's different ways to, like, improve your guns, there's different ways to improve your health, there's different ways to make you roll faster, take less damage if you're dodging. Things like that are really, like, what this game does very well. And there's a battle pass system which gives you the ability to complete tasks and up your grade. And it's honestly, like, I feel like getting EXP or the EXP to use stuff to buy in the shop is really good. I only got, like, something for my guns. I got, like, the little box from, I think, like Resident Evil Village and everything. It's flapping around on Chris's gun. It was still funny watching that. But I had a lot of fun playing these levels, and there are 2 levels to this right now because, again, this is early access, right? And there's the RPD, which is a very enclosed place. This is an area where maybe machine guns aren't going to be the best for you in certain aspects. It's more like close range, like combat and shotgun stuff. Maybe some handguns from a distance type deal. But the main hall, obviously, is very open for you to go and fuck shit up. And then you have the Baker residence from Resident Evil 7, and that's actually a level I really enjoy because on opposite ends, you've got the Baker's homes and, like, all the other stuff from Resident Evil 7, you know, Zoe's trailer in the middle, and you can go out in the middle, and there's fences that block you, so, like, you know, it helps keep you covered. And you go out there and it can be just a free-for-all, and, like, you're finding rocket launchers, different grenade launchers from various different Resident Evil games, and spark shots and everything. All these big heavy weapons that you pick up will help you do serious damage against multiple enemies. Especially, I love the spark shot in this. It just causes them to, like, electrocute them, and they're all there. It's so cool. And as far as, like, connection goes, I had one bad match where things weren't, like, where I would fire the rocket and all of a sudden I would actually see the rocket just traveling around the stage and stuff. It was actually kind of funny to see that. But I really do enjoy what they've done with this game personally. Like, I feel that, I mean, I didn't play the beta that they had out. This is just the early access. But the possibilities, when they bring in new characters and, you know, better weaponry and, you know, more monsters probably in the future. I mean, I can imagine being like a Licker or one of the regular hunters that we fought. I mean, oh my god, if we could be a hunter from, like, Resident Evil 3 Remake, that design's fucking top tier. It beats out the original in my personal opinion. But I really feel that this game has potential. And I really hope that when it launches, that Capcom does not abandon it anytime soon. I just feel that this is something that they've wanted people to get on board with, and that year they took off to do this really worked. It really does at the end of the day. The characters are great, the unlockables are cool. You can unlock, you know, like, you get different weapons, you get skins for your weapons, you can get exclusive wallpapers, which are really cool. I really like the wallpapers that I've been seeing. A little bit expensive. You can unlock poses, which are great too. You can get you can get Super Sentai poses they have in this. It's actually kind of funny to see that. You know, as a naysayer to this originally, not a fan of PvP games, I gotta tell you guys, this is great. And a lot of people are probably gonna be mad at me for saying that this is a good game when I thought it was gonna be bad. But, you know, that's why pencils have erasers, right? Look, you can't blame me for being critical about the things that I love, especially when we've been screwed over a lot in the past. So you can understand why I was a little nervous about this, why I felt that this may not work. But at the end of the actual day, It's just truly amazing. I really feel if you have this game if you got Village and you want to give this a shot, it's free. I'm sure there'll probably be like microtransaction stuff that they'll have in the future, unfortunately, because that's what a lot of games do. But I feel that when I was playing this game, I felt that the natural progression of the EXP that I was getting worked. I felt that it was fine, that it worked really well, and it didn't really need to change. Like I feel like that it feels pretty balanced, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So, you know, I feel that at the end of the day, if you have Village, if you've already bought it and you've been waiting for it, give this game a shot. Even if you're not a fan of PvP, okay? If you're not a fan of PvP, I understand, but I'm not either, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I just played this game. Wait, what did it say? What did I play Reverse for? How many hours? I played this for almost 6 hours. And everything that I found in it is just fantastic. Even some of the costumes I saw. Claire gets her original, you know, outfit from RE2. It's not the pink one, it's the red one, but it's updated and stuff. Chris, oh my god. So everybody's like, wait a minute, weren't we supposed to get like, you know, RE7 Chris? Wasn't he on like the wallpaper for that back in the day, like when they first announced this thing? And I was like, yeah, and we do kind of get him. You can actually get RE7 Chris as an alternate skin. And apparently you can get Grim Reaper Hunk at one point. That apparently people are saying that, you know, the Grim Reaper outfit he wore in the 3DS game is coming to this game as well, which I'm very excited about. But his only alternate one that he can unlock is an outfit from Umbrella Corps. And I'm like, oh, you really had to do that, didn't you? You really had to throw Umbrella Corps back into the mix and make people remember that. It just looks like there's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I won't know until we get more more stages and more characters. We'll see how it goes, but I feel a lot of people are going to support this because it feels pretty good right now. I found that Ada's a little bit overpowered with that damn crossbow of hers. She was taking out my characters like you get a good place shot with that crossbow, you do fucking damage. Chris is really good too with his ability to take extra damage, and he's got like that glove that Joe Baker wears. He's got that punch move, Chris gets to use that as, I think, is like a throwback to his boulder punching days. So I don't know, guys. I'm just very happy with this game so far, and I'm very excited to see what Capcom does with it in the future, and I hope that they stick with it for a while. I hope it also leads to Outbreak coming back, because Capcom, we still want that. This is fine, but we don't want, years and years of games like this, okay? We want stuff that we want, okay? But right now, I'm really happy with this. The team that worked on this seems to understand fun, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what I can say that this game is. It's fun, and I feel it was worth that wait. So, you've heard what I've had to say. Let me know what you guys think. I want to know your 2 cents. Let me know down in the comments section below. So, with that being said, please thumbs up and subscribe because it's free. And this day and age, free is a damn good thing. As always, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm One Big Boss, and I will see you all next time. Hey, everyone. Thanks again for watching this video. If you can give it a like and a share, that'd help my channel out big time. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, where I'm most active. Links down below in the description. Also, make sure you click the bell to get notified when new videos are posted and when I go live for streams here on the channel, which I do regularly. If you want to become a Patreon and help me out, you get cool perks just for joining, such as early access to reviews and monthly hangouts on my Discord with me. Many thanks again, guys. Greatly appreciate it.